Yo guys, football fans around the world, what is good? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel. You know what time it is. It's our semi-daily wrap-up of the day, of the match day in the World Cup. Just finished right now, Canada versus Belgium, and Canada really making the country proud. Really, really good performance from Canada, but it wasn't good enough to get a result. And obviously the main one we're going to talk about today, man, Japan, Germany. My goodness, this World Cup is really since that Saudi Arabia Argentina game. I feel like this World Cup has woken up. It's like it's alive now. We are here. We have arrived. This Qatar 2022 has arrived. The atmosphere is there. The quality in play is there. The matches, the drama is here. Everything is getting here, and now it's starting to feel like a normal World Cup that it does in the summer World Cups that we're used to. And obviously Spain, aside from the shocks, there's also the usual domination from Spain and France. So we'll get into those as well. But let me get into the comments and shout out the people that are here to discuss today's day. First of all, Christian Potato, thank you for coming through. Yes, got this for Canada. Me too. Canada is actually one of the teams I am supporting. Kind of this World Cup. I've picked Argentina, obviously my team, that kind of my horse that I'm hoping and I think that we'll get to the end of this World Cup race. But I've got Canada as my other team and Japan. So Japan came through for me today, and actually, but Canada kind of came through as well. But yeah, only Japan for now have come through out of my three teams. But yeah, Batshuayi, crazy, so funny. The guy put in a Hall of Shame performance today. Hall of Shame performance. Apart from that one moment when he scored, absolutely hilarious performance from Batshuayi, the Batman as he's called, the nickname. Really, really awful performance, but he scored the winning goal, and that's what matters in football. But I wish it was any other player in that Belgian team apart from him. Yeah, Canada really felt like Inter today, like so many missed chances, so wasteful. They did not deserve to go away with 0 goals scored. Vossi boy, what's up? Which Interista has played best so far, bro? It's not particular. There's no actual standout player at the moment for Inter as of now. The Milan players are our shining Inter players at the moment. Giroud and Theo Hernandez yesterday. Brozovic played okay today. I guess you could say Brozovic just because Lautaro, obviously Argentina in general weren't good, and Dumfries was pretty lackluster. Yeah, I think probably as a fake, I was going to say Brozovic, but he wasn't that great either. Maybe Nagatomo, unless we can count Nagatomo as an Inter player still, honorary or in spirit, he's still an Inter player. If you saw his video, he's bravo. So he's still definitely got that Italian Inter side to him. Banzai, as Indra says, Nippon. What time is it in the UK? 9 p.m. Mike Ma, 9 p.m. Thank you for coming through. Time to sign some Japanese and Saudi players. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing with the World Cup, isn't it? You find out these unknown players that, I mean, I never like when teams sign players off an international tournament, because I always feel like, the player, has usually, like, international football is completely different from club football, and the players usually play their heart out when they play for their national team, so it's a completely different ball game. But it is a good chance to find some unknown talent. And I've always said, I think as Bundesliga, especially when it comes to Japanese players, Bundesliga have shown the way forward in terms of, I mean, their league is a little bit more soft and open in terms of style of play, lots of spaces and stuff, so it does suit these lean, quick Japanese players. But Italian league is also becoming a little bit more open compared to previously. So I've always said they're very technical. Their technical foundation is very good. Japanese coaching, from what I've read about Japanese, like the way they bring them up, the foundation is all based on like technique, like not based on athleticism, all that kind of stuff. It's all technique based. That's why you have like lovely players all around the Japanese team. So yeah, I'm definitely up for it. Saudi players, yeah, maybe we'll see. We'll have to watch. There's only been one game, but there's definitely a chance for some of these Saudi players to get a nice contract in Europe. Maybe Canada needs Dzeko. Yeah, I mean, Dzeko's never been the most clinical guy either in his career. And Inter as well, he's always been pretty wasteful. But maybe Jonathan David isn't that guy. I mean, these Canadian guys were telling me that Jonathan David is better than Lautaro, all this kind of thing. Every time I've tuned in, he's kind of put up a bit of a stinker. I remember watching Chelsea Lille in the Champions League last year. He didn't impress me, and today he didn't impress me either. But I'm not going to judge him just off this. Germany are in big trouble. Yes, Matteo, they are. But just like Argentina, it's just one game. They can turn it around. But I think their group, I think this group might be even, more difficult because they have to play Spain and they have to play this Japan team. So it actually might be a bit more tricky. Whereas Argentina, Mexico, Poland, they didn't look too impressive, to be honest. So it might be easier for them to turn it around, in my opinion, anyway. Shakir Nagatomo and Japanese team has always been very likable team. Don't know. Yeah, it is. They've always been, their fans, the way they always clean up. Once again, today the video came out. Japanese fans staying back, helping to clean up the stadium and taking out the trash. Very, very gracious. If you watch anime or if you grew up watching anime, I traveled to Japan as well 4 years ago. Actually, it's coming up on my Snapchat memories. I was there this time 4 years ago. I was in Japan traveling, and beautiful country as well. So I've always had a weak spot for Japan. Anyway, Sharif, what's up? Anyone cheering for Switzerland tomorrow? Switzerland's also a team I used to like in the past as well. It's just that it's similar to like Belgium. It just feels like Switzerland always put out like similar team. I always see the same names, and the Switzerland team is like, oh, come on, time to bring out some new players, some new talent. But yeah, of course, I'm sure you, because of your Albanian background, you must be supporting the Swiss boys because they've got Shaqiri, Xhaka. We've got that Albanian representation going. So I know a lot of Albanian people do support, or the second team is Switzerland because of that reason. Well, Berami back in the day as well. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm supporting them. No ghosts, no party. Yeah. I guess maybe Germany needed. I mean, that Raum guy seemed pretty decent. The left back that was playing for Germany. I wouldn't say they particularly miss Gosens, but no, as Salty Inter fans, we should hold that agenda against Germany for not calling up our boy. Japan progress and South Korea out in the group stage would be perfect for me. Yeah, I think that's what is going to happen. Let's see tomorrow. Maybe they provide another shock. And this is, as I'm putting in the where is it, my banner? Here it is. Is this the World Cup of the underdogs? I don't even want to count out South Korea for tomorrow because teams are coming up trump. Teams are surprising, surprise packages all around at the moment. Yeah, same Indra, same. I'm never. I mean, this is why if you guys remember when people were even at the beginning when people were recommending Dumfries after his Netherlands performances, I was quite iffy. I'm always iffy when it comes to tournament players. I always have to do some more research behind them. Swiss citizen. You're a Swiss citizen. Fair enough. But I know that a lot of Kosovan Albanians do support or like have the second team as Switzerland because of the Kosovan / Albanian connection. But yeah, forgot. My bad, Sheriff. You're based in Switzerland. My bad. Belgium was so terrible. Yeah, this is why I predicted Belgium to finish. Actually finish outside of the qualification. I predict them to finish third, but I guess they probably won't now. But they're not a good team anymore. They're definitely not a good team anymore. Disappointing tournament for CONCACAF team so far. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that is true. CONCACAF has been struggling real bad. USA got a draw, but yeah, Canada lost. Mexico draw. Costa Rica. Yeah, it's been a struggle. Yeah, let's hope Serbia. Honestly, Mattia, as I've said, I would have been supporting Serbia if it wasn't for Vlahovic and Kostic going to Juve. I was ready to be full Serbia train, like even more than Argentina. I was ready to be full Serbia FC, but those two moves just ruined it for me. Big Rom looked happy to be in the stand on the pitch. Nah, man, come on. He's struggling out, sitting out. Big up, happy as an Asian to see another history against Germans after Saudi triumph. Yes, I'm Tom Izzy. Very good point. Very, very good point. Big up the Asians. Everything up to this point leads to Serbia winning against Brazil. Exactly. I mean, now you're almost expecting another shock, aren't you? Like, it's not even coming as a shock. Like today, if Canada won, I wouldn't even count it as a shock. I mean, I was half predicting this anyway, like the Canada one, but it didn't happen. Yeah, Croatia disappointing. as I've said, even though I predicted them to go through and get to the knockouts, you saw the Euros. Croatia are very lackluster now. Since Mandzukic left, Rebic is out of the squad because of disciplinary or disagreements with the coach, so they just lack a presence up front. They just they have one of the best midfields in the world, but the defense is pretty solid as well. But the attack is just a bit lackluster as well. And obviously Perisic now is getting on with age as well. But yeah, let me get into what I want to let's cover off the topics for today. First, guys, I'm still thinking about this touch. I don't know if you guys saw it. Asano, the goal that he scored against Germany, guys. It reminded me of a Bergkamp touch, or one of those Berbatov Zidane type of touches. And I'm gonna show it, even though I might get copyrighted for this. I just want to show it. Look at that touch on the run, 50 yards, plucking it out of the air, boom, and then the finish as well to put it past Neuer. What a goal! What a finish! But yeah, I think that's about as much as I'll get away without me getting copyright strike from FIFA or whatever. I mean, Brazil, I think, that's the thing. There's no real standout, like crazy teams that that's football now this is like football in general. Like you see a Saudi team, Japan, like in general, this is why, it's hard to compare eras, because nowadays, even bad teams are very well organized. Everyone is fit. Everyone is, a good athletic level, tactics. Everyone's well prepared. But, I think Brazil, I think they do deserve the hype. But just as Argentina, they might crumble under that hype. We'll see if they are the real deal. Hakimi pocketed Perisic, though. Yeah, I think they kind of pocketed each other. I think none of them really did much today. Hakimi had some nice moments. But again, as I said, Perisic is 34 now. He hasn't got that burst of speed, of acceleration and stuff like. But it was sad. It was kind of sad seeing Perisic and Hakimi against. It was like, what could have been? What could have been at Inter, eh? Sunday's game against Spain will be electric. Germany needs to do better. I'm not convinced by it. The Germany. Let's get into it. Let's talk about that Germany defense, guys. Because first half, Germany looked really good, very solid. Let me pull up the FOTMob of this. I mean, look at the scoreline. Still looks amazing, 2-1. But this back line, and I don't know how Rudiger got a lower rating here from FOTMob than Schlotterbeck. But this back line, which was kind of like a masked three at the back, because Raum was always like up here. Schuler was kind of tucking in a lot of the time, but he was also marauding up and down. You can see the average positions, like Raum is all the way up here. Schuler, it's so weird. Like Nicholas Schuler, like he has the weirdest body type composition for a footballer I've ever seen. Like this guy is in the wrong sport. He shouldn't be a footballer. Like this is a giant. Like he should be doing, I don't know, like javelin throw, or like one of those, I don't know, sumo wrestling or wrestling, like something like that. Like this guy is in the wrong sport. I don't know how he's a marauder. He's been played as and I know he does it for Bayern in the past. Like he's not a new position to him, but I just don't understand why they choose to play him in that position. But yeah, that back line was not convincing apart from Rudiger, in my opinion. And Schlotterbeck and Schuler, they now play together at Dortmund. They both signed for Dortmund in the summer, and they were the reason of like the shakiness as well. Like that goal, the second goal they conceded, the 50-yard lump up. Like look at that defensive line. Schuler is completely off. Like I think Rudiger and Schlotterbeck there are trying to play an offside trap, and he's like completely oblivious to it. Just bad defending all around, and you could see they're not great. They don't have a great partnership there. It's a new partnership. Like Schlotterbeck's only broken recently, or like over the last year into this team. He hasn't really built a partnership with Rudiger. It doesn't work. And Schlotterbeck himself, I'm not convinced by him. I feel like he's one of those, those new modern centre backs that are like really good on the ball, really, he's quite good athletically, like he's got decent pace, decent strength, but he looks aesthetically good. He can ping balls left, right, and center. But defending fundamentals, like I think that should never be. That should be the basics of a centre back. And I whenever I watch Schlotterbeck for Dortmund and for Germany, he hasn't convinced me. And I think he showed that for that second goal. Like he was beaten way too easily. Yeah. So that back line, not that good. Neuer actually kept him in the game, so I don't know why he got 5.9. Saudi Arabian offside traps are much better than the one offside traps. Yeah, 100%. Rudiger was a shining light in that Germany team. That rating makes no sense. Yeah, 100%. And yeah, that I don't know if you guys saw. I mean, he does that quite often, Rudiger. That thing of like, when he starts doing the thing with like really high knees, the weird running stance style he starts doing. I don't know if he does that as a joke or he's actually doing that to speed up, but it does look like he's doing that, like a little bit almost like getting cocky. But it didn't. It fired back into his face today, didn't it? It fired back right into his face. And Mattia, as always, thank you, bro. Always reminding the people. And yeah, one more thing I always forget to do. I'm so bad at being a YouTuber. I don't like remind people about the basic things I should be doing, apart from the thumbs up. What's it called? Notification bell. Switch that on, because as you guys may know, if you follow me for a while, I'm pretty erratic in terms of timing when I come on and with my live streams. I don't set them like a day before, like even 4 or 5 hours before. I'm like half an hour before, even 5 minutes before. If you've got a notification on, you'll know it, otherwise you won't. So switch it on. The work rate and team spirit of Japan will be perfect for Conte to take charge one day. I mean, of course, they would never be able to afford Conte, and they would never like go for that type of thing. But yeah, they're a very hard-working, humble team that I think, I'm sure, yeah, Conte would enjoy coaching that group of players. On the run and defender on your back, top class. Yeah, the goal, yeah, 100%, amazing goal. Every nation in the world improving, maybe at a different rate. Like you can see Thailand players playing Japan League now. Oh, really? I didn't know about that. But yeah, as you can, yeah, everyone's improving at a different rate. But definitely, over time, there's always improvement. And yeah, perfectly wrapped up here by Indro. Hansi Flick football is high risk, high return. I mean, this is the type of football that he played with Bayern, with a different, obviously, set of players, and it paid off. But yeah, this is where it comes back to bite you in the ass sometimes. Even in the first half, even though Japan, I think, yeah, you can see the total XG was Germany almost doubling. No, they did not almost. They did double the XG of Japan. But in the first half, it says that Japan only had 0.11. But even in the first half, they were already creating some dangerous opportunities. Like they were already in transition. They were like nicking the ball off the players early on and getting dangerous opportunities where they didn't quite get, shooting, or they didn't quite. Oh, there was one where they actually scored and the guy was offside. So, yeah, it's it is what it is. This is, as Indra says, it's high risk, high reward. But you can see, like, Germany have a clear identity. Like they don't care. Like they're not going to sit back and absorb pressure. This is the type of football they're going to play regardless of the result. And they had 74% possession as well. But look at the shot map as well. Like they were just peppering the Japan goal. But not too many like crazy opportunities, I would say, for Germany. I think they just accumulated XG in terms of just shot accumulation. And then I think the Gundogan, I think he was the man of the match for Germany. Once he was subbed off, I think that one came a bit early, his substitution, because he was the best player. He scored as well. He hit the post as well. And I think he probably deserved to stay on. I'm not sure why also Musiala's got quite a low rating. I know he lost the ball a lot, but he created a lot of dangerous opportunities. Like there was one moment where he almost scored, like could have been like the goal of the tournament contender, Musiala, when he would dribble past like 3 people. And Havertz, I just don't get it. I don't get Havertz, guys. Like, what do you guys think of Kai Havertz? Like, I don't understand how this guy continues to be played as a 9 or like a false 9 for Chelsea and for Germany, puts up these 6 out of 10 performances, or like performances where you don't barely even see him, and he keeps getting away with it. Like, what does this guy actually do? Like, I like Havertz. I really liked Havertz when he was a Leverkusen, but when he was, in behind the strikers, in the half spaces and things like that. But I don't understand why he's been forced into this weird number 9 position, because he clearly can't play. He clearly doesn't have, he's not a number 9, but even as a false 9, I don't really see him as being like a good false 9. I don't understand. I feel like they either should get a striker. They've got Mukoko on the bench, or if they want to go for like a proper false 9, I feel like they should go for one of their like winger type players, like a Mukoko or a Adeyemi, or like a, I know Sane I think he's got a little bit of an injury, but I would go if you're gonna go for false 9, or Muller. Muller's like a proper 9.5, isn't he? So I really don't understand the Havertz role for both for Chelsea and Germany. Don't think you killing as what do you mean, Oliver? Can you rephrase that? Sorry, I didn't understand. Japan being kings today, yeah, 100%. Mr. Pleasant, King Hirohito. Oh, Indra with his history jokes. As us Inter fans know best, it's all about the result, no XG. Exactly, sir. Exactly, sir. Yeah, it's really been this tournament. It's been the Allegri, Simeone, terrorist ball tournament until now. Lots of 0-0s. I think there's already been 3 0-0s. A lot of the teams that are winning the games are the teams overperforming their XG. Like, even Belgium today overperforming their XG, Japan overperforming their XG, Saudi Arabia massively over, like in terms of, I'm just using XG as like the indicator, but even if you watch the games, the team that created less and wasn't really controlling the game, the team that suffered, like these are the teams that are taking the result home. And remember the video I made for Serie A, it kind of ties in terms of people saying progressive, attacking, possession-based football is the way forward. But as the trend we're seeing in Serie A, and the trend we're seeing in the World Cup, I mean, international football is like this anyway. But it shows that it still is. It's about pragmatism. It's about making sure that you keep things tight at the back, and then if you've got quality, something will happen up front. Like as much as people might hate the cortomuso, as people call it, as much as you might hate it and you feel like it's not progressive, it is not the way football should be going, it's still effective. It's still effective. Maybe it's not when it comes to Champions League, elite football, like that's where you need to be creating and dominating. But international football is still a thing. Why will continue to be like this? International football, slower tempo, slower games, details, more tactical, more cagey. I think it'll continue being like this. Hey, John, thank you for coming through. Glad to see you. Hope all is well. Hope all is with you, and have a good day. I'll print those caps and t-shirts. Japanese fans really aired that. Did you guys see? Yeah, I talked about it at the beginning. Adding, they always deserve praise for that. They always deserve praise. Always their behavior off the outside of the games. To phrase word modern is who's winning Otto Rehagel, king of the 2004 Cup. Internet is struggling. Disconnect maybe my I don't really get Havertz either, Christian. What is kind of false 9? Yeah, we don't know. Am I back? Yeah. It looks like my it looks like my internet is not playing ball with me today, guys. Yeah, it's showing me like top of my screen. It shows me the one has got bar connection. I'm not sure why. Annoying. I'm gonna have to cut this stream short. I might cut it off. It's really strong. That's annoying. It's conversation we were having this week. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I might have to distribute. Give a thumbs up. Clearly, my it's not. Guys. We're back. We're back. Connected off the hotspot. I've connected off the hotspot. I've recovered it. I think. Let me know, guys, if I'm back. I can still see. Oh wow, there's still 20 people here. What the hell are you guys doing here? I'm surprised. I thought everyone would have left now. Oh, better. Oh. Ciao ragazzi. Forza Inter.